Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Dejar. I am Program Director for Internal Medicine Residency Program here at Baylor Scott & White in Round Rock. And our program's affiliated with Texas A&M University in Round Rock. Today, I wanted to go over the history of Baylor Scott & White at Round Rock, training facilities, our GME programs, our goals and vision, the program characteristics, our curriculum, didactics and rotations, research opportunities, program governance, resident salary and benefits, unique factors to our program, and the interview information. So Baylor Scott & White has been around for more than 100 years, but in Round Rock region, it opened its campus in 2007 and has continued to expand its footprint here. Our residency program started in 2017. The biggest thing that if you visit our hospital is you will notice we are expanding. And there is a lot of construction going on. This is about to finish in spring of 2025. And the growth is to keep up with the community needs and the population influx. Baylor Scott & White is a big institution, and it has its own healthcare plan, and it employs more than 7,000 physicians and provides care to millions of people in the areas it serves. Baylor Scott & White vision is to empower you to live well. The facilities where you train, that's main hospital where you train is Baylor Scott & White Round Rock Hospital, but you will also be going to Round Rock Clinic, which is right across the hospital, Georgetown Sun City Clinic, some specialty clinics, and Lakeway Hospital. Baylor Scott & White Round Rock and Lakeway have won many awards for different conditions to be on the top tier of their performance, whether it's pneumonia, stroke, heart attack, congestive heart failure, and some heart surgeries. The region by itself has been expanding very rapidly over this last decade. Round Rock has been consistently ranked in the top cities in the entire United States in terms of a very strong job market, one of the best places to live in country and raise a family. And it's projected that Round Rock will continue to grow over the coming many years as well. Our graduate medical education program consists of about 59 residents and fellows. We have 6 ACGME accredited programs at Round Rock. For internal medicine, we have 6 to 8 residents per year. We also have family medicine, cardiology fellowship, interventional cardiology fellowship, GI fellowship, and health informatics fellowship. The program mission statement is we are committed to recruit, train, and empower exceptional clinicians while aligning with the system's practice priorities. Our goal is to nurture healthcare professionals who provide high-quality care to our community while becoming recognized leaders, fostering the health and well-being of our population at local, state, and national levels. Going more into the internal medicine residency program here at Round Rock, currently we have 6 PGY1, 8 PGY2, and 8 PGY3. Our rotations are 12 rotations per year and total 36 months. The program is ACGME accredited. We also, during this 36 months, provide you with 6 months of individualized training plan specific to your career path. Where do our graduating residents go? They have gone in different directions, and we train them well for no matter what career path they choose. In 2024, you can see 4 of them went into primary care, 1 for cardiology and 1 for GI. In 2023, we had 1 resident go into cardiology, 1 into hemonc, 1 in pulm crit, 3 hospitalists, and 1 primary care. And in 2022, we had 1 in GI, 1 cardiology, 1 ID, 1 hospitalist, and 1 primary care. So we have had residents pursue diverse paths when they finish residency here. This is the block diagram of what your schedule looks like for each year, PGY1, PGY2, and PGY3. This is what your weekly schedule looks like. Especially if you're on inpatients, we have night float coverage. And you get sign outs from night float between 7 and 7:30. Between 7:30 and 8, we have morning report 3 days of the week. After that, you do rounds and patient care. We have noon conferences every day, and sign outs to the on-call team at 5 p.m. The on-call team provides cross coverage and does admissions up to 7:30 p.m., at which night float comes in and takes over. The call is Q4. We do not have any overnight calls. The call is shared with family medicine team since we are a smaller program. Night float rotates 5 nights a week, 12 hours per day, or rather 12 hours per night. And your on-call rotations are only during your inpatient wards and ICU. When you are on call, you cross-cover only teaching patients, and you participate in code blue and rapid response. We do give standardized handoffs, especially from the day team to the night team and night team back to the day team. It's through our electronic health record, Epic. We use Epic as our electronic health record, which is one of the best systems to work with. We are fully compliant with ACGME regulations and requirements. We do follow caps for PGY1, not more than 5 admissions per day, not more than 8 new admissions in a 48-hour period. And while ongoing care of the patients, we cap them at 8 patients per day. ACGME cap is 10, but we have a lower cap. PGY1 also has a 16-hour limit. We do not do overnight calls, and you get at least 1 out of 7 days off on an average. Our ambulatory clinic is a continuity clinic model, 1 day per week, rather 1/2 day per week. You are either assigned to Round Rock Clinic or Georgetown Clinic. And the resident is the primary care physician for his or her panel of patients, and they prefer continuity. There are also outreach opportunities in the senior living community, which especially in Georgetown, we have a lot of senior citizens living there who get their care at Baylor Scott and White. In terms of our didactics, we have morning reports 3 days a week in the mornings, where we dissect different cases. Our noon conferences are 5 days a week between noon and 1 p.m. And we have a variety of different ways of going through didactics. We have grand rounds and M&M conferences, journal club, interesting case conference. We have quality and patient safety lectures. We have resident research projects and QI projects that we discuss. We have interesting image cases. And then we have dedicated board review through which we go over didactics on a system-by-system basis. In terms of program governance, of course, we have program director, but we have 2 associate program directors. We have core faculty, which is currently 3 core faculty. We have quality faculty specifically assigned for different quality aspects as well as for quality improvement projects. We have a PEC committee and clinical competency committee, which help with evaluations of how the program's doing, what improvements we need to make, and also in terms of whether the residents are progressing in their residency appropriately. We do have a program coordinator, and then we also have house staff council, for which there's usually elections, and you represent and lead the house staff council. In terms of research opportunities, we encourage research opportunities, whatever aligns with your particular goal. If somebody is interested into a certain competitive fellowship, we encourage all kinds of research to them. If somebody is more into primary care or hospital medicine, then they publish some case reports or case series. They do some outreach programs. But all residents do at least 2 QI projects in a team over these 3 years. We have had residents who have done clinical research, retrospective analysis, meta-analysis, case series, publications, and they have presented at state and national conferences. We do provide financial support for travel and presentations and have a scholarly fund for that. This is our annual salary for our residents. PGY1 start at $68,926 annual salary. PGY2 at $70,994 and PGY3 at $73,301. In terms of benefits, we do provide health insurance. There's basic term life and death and dismemberment insurance, long-term disability, short-term disability, vision and dental. There is a 5% retirement match. And in terms of vacation, all our residents get 3 weeks of PTO or vacation per year, and either Christmas or New Year's off, where we divide residents into half and half to cover those days. Other additional benefits, we have provided a meal card with free cooked meals in the hospital. We have free parking. Your training permit fees paid by us. We also pay for your AMA, TMA, ACP, all those memberships. We have a $500 book fund. And again, we have a scholarly fund through which we provide assistance for presentations at state and national conferences. Unique factors to our program, I would say, ours is a relatively small residency program, about 20 to 24 residents in internal medicine, which provides you with a very personal connection overall. You get to know everyone, and it becomes like a really nice family for this 3 years where we all get to know each other well. You always have an attending available in-house, even at nights, for support and supervision. You do get more and more autonomy as you get more experience, but you are never just left by yourself where there is no backup support. We do have a very good work-life balance, and the focus is on resident wellness. We have a wellness faculty who does a variety of activities throughout the year that focuses on resident wellness. We have a mentorship program which helps you during your residency program, as well as also helps you with your career path. We have award-winning quality improvement projects, which are mandatory for residents, and we have had some amazing projects that have gone on to different state conferences and won awards for that. We have an option for dual certifying in lifestyle medicine program, which is again unique. For residents who are especially interested in primary care, this is a great opportunity. We do provide individualized training plan to support your career path, where we provide training 6 months dedicated to whatever career path you choose for. In-house, we do have 2 gastroenterology, 3 cardiology, and 1 interventional cardiology, and 1 health informatics fellowship spots. So compared to the number of residents graduating, the number of fellowships, especially the competitive fellowships, are available, which puts us at a very good spot. And again, Austin Round Rock is a very desirable area to live in. I moved here 10 years ago, and I cannot say more about it. It's a diverse population, safe area to live and grow your family. And many residents, after they graduate, do end up staying with Baylor Scott and White for either fellowship or for working. In terms of interview information, this is something very important for a lot of you, and we do participate in ERAS and NRMP. We interview our candidates typically from end of October to January. All interviews are virtual. We do not do any in-person interviews. Typically, program director, assistant program director, and other faculty interview the candidates. You also get to meet a couple of residents during that interview time to ask any questions that you may have. Some interviews are conducted in the morning, some in the evening. They last up to 4 hours. We do preferentially consider candidates for interview who signal us. We do give equal opportunity to MDs, DOs, and IMGs. We prefer candidates who do not need visa. However, we have given visa in the past, and if we do, then it's J1 visa. We also do an open house for interviewed candidates to meet all the residents in January. And at that time, you can meet a lot of residents virtually. The open house is virtual, and you get a lot more information from resident perspective. This is our contact information. Tapasdeep.gajar@bswhealth.org is mine, and program coordinator is Martha Science. And now I would love to introduce you to my rest of the program. And good luck for your interviews. We look forward to seeing you for interviews. Hello, everyone. I'll want you to meet my associate program directors, the coordinator, and our chief residents. So we'll go around one by one, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sirapaneni. I'm the Associate Program Director for the Internal Medicine Residency Program. I've been with the residency program since the inception in 2017.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sadia Rashid. I am the Associate Program Director, more on the outpatient side of things. I've been with Baylor Scott & White for 10 years now at the clinic, and also with the residency program for a few years, maybe 5 or 6 years, I think.
Okay, Tyler.
Sure. Hey, I'm Tyler Teffenhart. I'm a PGY3, and I'm the administrative and scheduling chief here at Baylor Scott & White Round Rock.
Hi, I'm Callie Fort, and I'm also a PGY3, and I'm the academic chief resident.
Hi, my name is Martha. I'm the internal medicine residency program coordinator.
Hi, I'm Taylor Chadwick, and I am the manager of medical education here in Round Rock.
Thank you, everyone. So we'll go around and have you answer some questions from your perspectives about this program. So I'll start with Dr. Surapaneni. What do you think differentiates our program compared to others? What is unique about our program?
I think we have a great program here at Baylor Scott & White in Round Rock. We are a smaller program. We take 6 residents per year. I think that's the biggest strength of our program. You will get personalized attention, and you'll get personalized mentoring in our program. So you will know all the residents and the fellows, and also all the attendings in our program. You also, even though we are a smaller program, you will have all the benefits of being part of a big health system. We are proud that in the last few years, since we started the program, all of our residents that graduated were able to reach their career goals, either be primary care, hospitalist career path, or interest in fellowship. All of them were able to reach their career goals. And that's one of the unique parts of our program.
Dr. Rashid, I would ask you the same question. What do you think differentiates our program from your perspective?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot that keeps our program special. I agree with Dr. Sirapaneni. It's a very small, close-knit program, so you don't get lost in the crowd. There's a lot of individual attention, and it feels like a family, and there's a lot of support for whatever you want to do. And you not only get to know your fellow residents, but because it's small, you get to know your attendings very well, and you work one-on-one with them. Your services, so on lots of services, there's not the barrier of a fellow, and so you're working with the attending. And then on the high yield services like cardiology and GI, you do have the fellows. So you get to see what life is like as a fellow. We also have a great location in Round Rock. I'm biased because I grew up here and I've seen it grow, and I don't even recognize it anymore. It's grown exponentially, but that is great for healthcare and patient care. We also have a mentorship program, which residents really like, and they're able to work one-on-one with an attending and see what life would be like in their chosen career.
Thank you, Dr. Rashid. Dr. Ford, since you are the academic chief, what do you think is your perspective on, the culture overall of the program? How cohesive and collaborative is it?
Yeah, so to echo kind of what Dr. Rashid and Dr. Surapanini were saying, this is a small program and it is very close knit. And I do look at my co-residents as family. We work hard together, but we also spend a lot of time outside of work. Frequently, I would say probably once a week, we might all get together and go to hot pot or have dinner at somebody's house. And then we're also very close with the fellows as well. Some of the residents go to the gym with some of the cardiology fellows. So there's definitely a bond between all of us. And I would also say, Tyler and I, we're both applying for the same specialty. So we're both applying for hematology oncology. And in some scenarios, a person may think that we would be in competition with each other. But the culture here is to collaborate and work together. And Tyler and I have been able to work together on projects and accomplish more together than we would have alone. And so that just speaks to how people think here. And I would say, our relationships with the attendings is really good. We definitely have full support. Dr. Gajar and Dr. Surapanini frequently take calls after hours and on the weekends, and we feel like we can reach out to them if we need something without any kind of issues at all. And I would say also, when you're looking at a program, whether or not they retain their trainees is a big thing, right? I think that speaks volumes about how happy people are. We actually have several hospitalists that have stayed, several primary care physicians, and then also specialists that go off and do their training and then they come back here. And so I think that shows that people are happy here. And it's a really fun place to learn medicine.
Thank you, Dr. Ford. Dr. Deppenhardt, since you're the scheduling chief, what's your overall impression of the schedule in terms of work-life balance and residents' requests for time off and things like that?
Sure. So I think our schedule is completely fair. We have outpatient rotations, which residents can expect to work, 8 to 5, about 5 days a week. And then we have our inpatient rotations, which residents usually work 6 days a week, and it's usually about 6 to 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. We then have call, which is 6 a.m. to about 7:30 p.m. But that's only taken about once or twice a week. And during those call periods, your responsibilities include just responding to rapid responses, responding to code blues, and doing admissions. And even the admissions tend to be pretty light, with only admitting one to three really on any given shift. Our work-life balance here is, I would say, terrific. I've got a family. I've got 2 kids. I've never had an issue caring for my wife and kids throughout her pregnancy, and even now with a newborn, no issues. We have, and that's true for many other residents as well. Many of our residents have families. Many of them have kids. Even ones that are, single or in other relationships, find time for their relationships without issues. So I think in general, our attendings do a great job of being understanding and knowing where to draw the line. And we also have, wellness days scheduled in for further improving our work-life balance.
Thank you, Dr. Teppenhart. Martha, what in terms of our interviews, when do we start sending out invites, and how many interviews do we do?
We usually start sending out invitations about mid-October, and we tend to send out about 60 to 70.
Thank you. We'll go back to Dr. Surapanini. One of the questions that a lot of candidates want to know is, what are the characteristics of candidates you are looking for during the interview who you would want to join your program?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So just like with other programs, we obviously want strong candidates who are good with academics, but we are also definitely looking for somebody that could come in and interact, has a good personality, and is able to interact well and work well in a team. As you heard the other speakers talk about how well everybody in the program interacts with each other, and we all work as a part of a team and almost like a family. We want the new people coming in, the new interns that we are recruiting, to be able to come in and blend in and maintain the culture of the program. So I would say good academics and a good personality, a good team player that is able to come in and join our team.
Thank you. Dr. Rashid, since you work in the clinic, what's the patient population like, and how is the clinic experience?
Yeah, I think we have a great primary care track, and a lot of our residents do choose to do primary care, which is not always the norm in most residency programs. And so I think we have a perfect clinic for internal medicine. Residents rotate at either the Round Rock Clinic or the Georgetown Clinic, but they're both great. Because the area is growing so much, we have a lot of new complex cases. Residents are always establishing care and being the go-to physician for patients. The patients are also special. They are compliant, they keep appointments, they respect our residents, and they are there to get better. So it's not your typical residency clinic, and a lot of the residents really enjoy their outpatient experience more than they expect. We also have a lot of resources. We have social worker, pharmacy, nutrition, so a lot at their fingertips as well.
Thank you. And since I'm a hospitalist, I'll add to it that how is the hospital experience in terms of patients? I mean, our hospital is located in a suburban location, but we are slowly becoming a tertiary care center. So we do get a lot of transfers from urban population that is downtown Austin, and we get transfer from surrounding rural counties. So we get a very good pathology to see on the inpatient side, which trains you well for all the common illnesses, but you get quite a bit of exposure to even uncommon illnesses and uncommon pathology to see. Going to Dr. Ford, since you said you were applying for HEMONC fellowship, how do you feel like you get time for research and other extracurriculars, any support for your fellowship? Overall, how do you feel support for your long-term goals?
I've had excellent support. Dr. Surapanini is my main mentor for hematology oncology and has helped me with research. I would say that, even if you don't know, if you haven't done research in the past, this program, not only through the attendings, but also through the upper level residents has I would consider that one of our strengths, upper level residents helping the interns and second years with projects. Speaking from my experience, I've actually gotten to present at 2 national conferences this year and then 2 regional conferences as well. So the research is definitely there. But no matter what it is that you are wanting to do, you're going to have excellent support here. And if you don't know what you want to do, people will help you find and explore, the different options. Our graduates are a good mix. We have, a good mix of hospitalists and primary care, and then also specialists. And so really anything that you want to do, you're going to have full support on that. And then another thing I think that was super helpful for me, if there is by chance something that we don't have here locally and that would enhance your training experience. For example, we don't treat acute leukemia here. And Dr. S worked with me to get an away rotation so that I could go and do and learn about that. And so if there's ever any kind of circumstance, and this happens actually for other people as well, one of our fellows got to go to Utah for an away rotation. So everybody's working hard to make sure that you get what you need out of the program.
Thank you, Dr. Ford. Dr. Deffinart, in terms of, feedback from the residents, how do you feel the program receptive to the feedback from, what your experiences are and how you would want to change things?
Absolutely. So monthly, we have these resident huddles where people come together and kind of talk about what they feel like could be improved with the program. Everything from, I took so many admissions this day and I felt like, my patient care suffered. And we've always been able to talk to administration, and they're always willing to compromise and meet us in the middle and understand that, we sometimes need their help. So they definitely are willing to make any sacrifice they need to. And even if a compromise cannot really be made, it's something that needs to be done. At least they come and they talk to us and they reason with us. It's never like, oh no, too bad. It's always like, look, like we understand it's hard, but this is something we need. And we think it's going to make you a better physician in the long run. So in general, we've made multiple changes to the program and they've always been very receptive to our feedback.
Thank you, Dr. Deffinart. Those are some of the questions that we covered, and you got to meet our crew here. I didn't ask much questions to Taylor, but she was our program coordinator in the past, and now she's taking on the role of the GME coordinator as Martha gets more acquainted with her role. But Taylor has been a big part of this program. Do you want to share anything, Taylor?
I agree with Tyler and Callie's statement of, we're here to support everyone and try to accommodate all the needs. And that could be away rotations, that could be research, that could just be them having a family or a life event or burnout, So I feel like we all are here to support all of the residents and making sure that they reach whatever their end goal is, and just being able to support them through all of that, which I think also helps, again, that we're a smaller program and we can do more one-on-one mentoring with them. Or, if a lower level is having a problem, I can be like, hey, Tyler, can you check on them? We're all close enough where we can have that relationship. And then making sure everyone just builds off of each other to become, the best physician that they can. So.
Thank you, Taylor. I hope most of your questions were answered, and, good luck for this interview season. We hope to meet you during the interviews and look forward to looking through applications, meeting you, and hopefully some of you will come here. Thank you.